Russian President Vladimir Putin has spoken on the phone with his Finnish counterpart Sauli Niinisto to discuss Finland's plans to join NATO. In a statement, the Kremlin said Putin told Niinisto on the call that Finland following through on those plans would negatively affect bilateral ties. Our Chris Jones has more from Riga, Latvia.
Finnish President Sauli Niinisto initiated the phone call Saturday with his Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin. The dialogue between the two leaders comes just days after Finland announced its intentions to join the NATO alliance. Speaking on the dialogue, Putin reportedly told his counterparts that leaving military neutrality would be a mistake and that it could negatively impact relations. The Kremlin also reported that Putin told Niinisto that Finland poses no threat to Russia. Also speaking on the conversation, Niinisto said that the conversation was direct and straightforward and it was conducted without aggravation. Finland's government this week announced its intention to join NATO, though acknowledging it would likely strain the relationship with Moscow. It's exactly what Putin wanted to avoid in the conflict with Ukraine. If Finland is accepted into NATO, Russia says it will take adequate precautions against the country it shares a border with. Chris Jones, CGTN, Riga, Latvia.
And NATO foreign ministers are gathering in Berlin to discuss membership for Sweden and Finland. Finland, Sweden and Turkey will hold clear-the-air talks to resolve disagreements over the plans. Our Trent Murray has more from Berlin.
Well, it is here at the headquarters of the German Foreign Ministry that this special NATO summit will be taking place this weekend. And it, of course, comes at a critical time for Europe, not just as the war in Ukraine continues to rage, but also as the very maps that have made up the security architecture of this continent look to be redrawn, with both Sweden and Finland now keenly indicating that they would like to join the alliance. Now, all of the NATO countries are in attendance for this meeting, as are the Finnish and Swedish foreign ministers. They will have talks, no doubt, with their counterparts from across the alliance to make sure that everything is indeed lined up if they want to put in their application, which we expect really could come in coming days or weeks. Now, this meeting, of course, comes just hours after a G7 foreign ministers meeting met up again here in Germany. They made a number of firm commitments, basically saying they would continue to help Ukraine for as long as Ukraine needed. That includes more weapons potentially, that includes more money and more aid, but also more support on the issue of wheat and grain. The UN says about 25 million tons of grain and wheat are currently stuck in Ukraine, and they are desperate to get that out because a lot of it was destined for Africa and the Middle East, and there is concern that there could be food shortages down the line. Trent Murray, CGTN, Berlin.
Protesters have gathered in Stockholm against Sweden's plan to join NATO. They say membership would intensify the current tensions.
We don't think that NATO is an organization for peace. NATO has been making wars without any NATO countries have been attacked militarily. But still they have destroyed a large part of the Middle East and Afghanistan and so forth. They go out their own jurisdiction to fight other countries. And it causes a lot of problems in the world. We don't want to be an enemy with Russia. We believe in dialogue and try to, make agreements and so forth. So we want to stay neutral and with no alliance.
It's a good opportunity to show that there's a lot of people, especially youth, that are against this, because we are the generation that's going to be most affected by this.